it is cold out here. So before we start this video, I just want to say that this video was supposed to be about how to replace fuel injectors on a GS460, which is this car, or an LS460. As you guys know, or if you've been watching, a year ago around this time, I purchased this car for a little project car, but because of school and work, I don't really have the time to work on the car, so I do stuff here and there. But what I was doing, valley plate leak, because the coolant was leaking for so long, they got in the injectors, which broke all the fuel injectors for this motor. So the injectors are expensive. For 8 of them, it's about it's close to 4 grand. So I was like, at first that's what I was kind of do, but I realized that I can buy a lower mileage engine, 1UR-FSE, for half of the price. So that's what I'm gonna do. I will buy a new motor, put it on this car. Now this motor, there's nothing wrong with it. I will put it on my shed, and then later, maybe around a 1 year or 2 years from now, I can do some kind of project car and then put this motor in there. But for now, buying a new motor, well, not a new motor, a used one with low mileage, because I found these motors for like $2,000 with 45,000 miles on them, 50,000 miles on them. So it makes more sense to buy a used motor with low mileage instead of spending almost 4 grand on fuel injectors for a motor that almost have 200,000 miles on it. So this video was supposed to be on how to replace the whole thing, but at least I can show you guys how to remove the tire injectors and the port injectors. All right guys, enjoy, and I'll see you next time. If you've been watching the GS460 series, you know that I've been looking for these air intake bags. This is the original bags, and the previous owner removed the carbon filter, and then it cracks right here, and we have damage over there. This cover only is $650 from Lexus, and I didn't want to pay that for this part only. So I've been looking and looking and looking, and it's so hard to find parts for the GS460 because it is so rare. And I'm looking for this as well. But last week 2 of them popped up on eBay, and I bought the whole thing. As you can see here, I bought this whole thing plus that for under $100 plus free shipping. Now there's another one I kind of want to buy it because the other one comes with this part right there, and I'm looking for this as well. This right here, this piece is $100 from Lexus. So I'm probably gonna buy the other one, but why do I need 2 air intake system? I don't know. And as you can see, it's funny because the person who had this car had the K&N air filter. This guy has it too, and they sent that back to me with the K&N air filter. And as you can see, there's grease on it. You're not supposed to do this with a Lexus. Anyways, let's move on. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel for another video. I hope you guys are doing great. And by the title of this video, you know that we are going to work on fuel injectors. So I don't know when this video is gonna be uploading. Right now is June 29, 2025, and maybe in August, maybe in September, I don't know. And it's gonna be a long video because it's a long process, so let's get into it. So on the last video, on the update video, as you guys know, and if you are new to the channel, I was in the middle of doing valid plate leak, and then this happened. All right, wish me luck.
It was at this moment that he knew. He f***ed up.
Oh my God. Did this not just happen? That whole fuel thing just break. Jesus Christ, that's how bad that thing was. So yes, as you can see now, I need 8 fuel injectors, and these things aren't cheap. That's why it will take me so long to do this repair, because each fuel injectors are about $320, and I need 8 of them, and that's a lot of money. I just don't want to spend right away on a project car, so I rather just buy them slowly and take my time until I get all 8 of them. So what I was doing this, I figured why not take the port injectors out and then clean them. As you can see here, they are dirty all around, and the wires are also, they are bad. As soon as you touch them, they just break. So I'm gonna take the port injectors off and then clean them and then replace the wires. These wires, I was thinking that they were gonna be expensive from Lexus, but this one right here and this one right there, they're about $45 each from Lexus. So I'll buy 2 of them, and then I have to buy some fuel injector seals. I will need 16 of them, and then some O-rings. I will need about 8 of them, because I think the new ones that I'm gonna get, they come with the O-rings, so I don't have to worry about these. So that's what we gonna do today. So before we start, I have to disconnect the fuel lines. There's one right here, there's another one in the back, and for this side there's another one up here. So I'll do the fuel injectors for port first, and then we'll go down here. As you can see, I already started last month. I loosed this bolt off. As you can see, everything here is dirty. It's a good time to clean everything, and I will also clean the valve as well. I don't know if I'm going to film this. As you can see now, the valves are fine, but the edges, the corners, they're super dirty, so I'll clean this in the process. If you have an ISF or RCF GSF LC500 IS500 and you are doing fuel injectors, replacing them, the bottom is the same but the top is different. Like the 4 fuel injectors for port and the LS460 and this car, which is GS460, the brackets are attached to the motor, but for the 2UR-GSE, the fuel injectors, they are connected to the intake manifold. That's why I brought this intake manifold out here. Like in this car, in this motor, they're separate, but in the 2UR-GSE it's one thing. So that's why if you ever have to do valid plate leak on an ISF, you have to be careful with the upper injectors when you removing the intake manifold, because they're attached to it. But for this car, you have to remove the intake manifold. Like for example, if you just have to do a valid plate leak for this car or the LS460, you don't have to remove the injectors for port. But if you have the F cars, you have to remove them because these injectors are attached to the intake manifold. So that's all I wanted to say. So now let's start the video. All right, let's start by removing this plastic cover. Take it down like this, and then you can just squeeze these and pull this back just like that. And the next step is to disconnect this line right here. Looks like you have to lift this cover and then squeeze and pull back just like that. You can just let it hang here. It will stay. Put it down here. Now then, next thing I have to do is remove that bolt here, and there's another bolt right here, and they are 12 mils, I believe. And this one here, you can actually smell it. You can smell the fuel. Now I believe you can gently lift this thing up. That's it. These things are dirty, man. Look at this. Oh my lord, this is bad. I mean bad. If you look at this side, I'm just afraid. I'm just kind of, especially this one right here, I'm just gonna be very careful this thing doesn't get inside the engine. Jesus Christ, this is crazy. All right, let's go ahead and do this side, and then I'm not gonna show the cleaning process, but I'll take off this side and then we'll do the bottoms. Whew. Let me remove this tube. I removed that tube. For some reason, this thing is always a pain in the butt to remove. Now you just have to lift this and kind of squeeze. It's the same process. That should be good enough right there. And we have one bolt here and one over here, and then we'll be able to pull this thing up. Now we can slowly remove this just like that, and it's the same thing. Look at this. Jesus. And as you can see here, this is the same. The main reason why the dirt look wet is fuel is because when I was doing the valve cover gasket, I removed this, and then fuel leaks around here. That's why it's all wet, but it's the same thing. It's all dirty. Actually, rather it being wet than dry, because when it wet, it just stay there. It doesn't just drop in there. But at least now I'm gonna have to clean everything And then yeah, so next step is to remove the bottoms. There's one, this one right here, and that one right there. And I have to disconnect this fuel line of the high pressure fuel pump. It goes down here. This one is already off, so what I'm gonna do next is remove these and that one. That way I can just unscrew all the bolts, and then we'll have these fuel injectors off. All right, so as you can see previously, I get all these 4 bolts loose, and the only thing I have to do now is just remove them. And this one was loose as well. There's 2 bolts, 10 mils. So what you do once you get this, once you remove these 2 bolts from that fuel line, you can just lift that thing up and you can just leave it aside right here. I'm just gonna leave it right there, and then let me move this up where it was. And then for this line right here, you're gonna have to remove it, and then you'll be able to lift this thing up and remove it out of the way. As you can see, this is the heads of the fuel injectors. These things are cooked, they are done. Okay, damn airplane. Looks like I'm going to grab a water bottle and put this in real quick. All right, now that this is here, now that's not the most professional thing, but I don't want fuel to start leaking here, so that's what we're gonna do for now. And I'm gonna put something here, something here. Okay, maybe not. Yep, to hold it. Now let's remove these bolts. Five of them, and then we can lift this up. Sometimes they get stuck there. If it's my lucky day, it's gonna be easy. If not, it won't be. Okay, how about you, my friend? Here we go. I don't care about these injectors anyways, they all messed up, so lift this up a little bit, and there we go. Now I'm just gonna cover these tubes, and then we'll move on to this side. So for the driver's side, I'm gonna have to disconnect this fuel line right here. Remember, when you do this, if you watch my previous video when I did the valve cover gasket, you have to hold this and turn this, because if you turn it together, it'll snap, and then you're gonna need a new high pressure fuel pump. It's gonna leak and you can't fix it. And to be able to free this fuel line, there's one bolt here I have to remove, and one down there, like up here and down there. And just like this one, there's 2 more bolts there, that down here, 2 10 mils. Let me show you these that I have to remove. Once again, you have to hold this while you turn this. It seems like it's already loose. Yeah, I didn't do it all the way last time, so I don't even have to do this. So I can just unscrew it here. I always forget to wear gloves. Okay. Okay, now it's free from this, so it's just these two 10 mils you have to remove. Get it loose. I'm gonna put it somewhere because last time I had to look for this one. And at this point there's one back there that we have to remove. Like, I'm not even kidding right now, there was a little airplane flying by and all of a sudden I don't hear the engine at all. It just sounds like a turn off. Huh. Oh, man, that's a little scary. Maybe it's just me or something, I don't know. This little bolt right here, we have to you know what, I should have done the bottom first and before I do the top. So that's what I'm gonna do because I don't want to break this. So yeah, you get the idea there. Remove these two bolts and you'll be able to free this line right here. So once you remove the bottom bolt, you'll be able to remove the top, and then this will come right off. It was placing like this. So now, as you can see, you should be able to move this, and then all I have to do now is remove these two bolts down here. So I got these two bolts loose, so now I'm just gonna have to remove them, and be careful not to drop them. Like I said, this video is gonna be long because I'm going to show you guys the whole process. I don't think I've seen any fuel injectors video on Lexus on YouTube. Now I should be able to lift this up. There we go. And I'll tell you, if I had the opportunity to remove this engine out of that car, I would. Okay, now we can go ahead and get our impact wrench and remove all these bolts, and we should be done with this part after this. All right, bolt number one. Number two. And again, another one of these. Get carried away and you forget. Alright, boy, I know you can do this. Get yourself out. And all you hear on here is ambulance after ambulance. Probably gonna give me a little fight. I don't care for these injectors anyways, because they're already done. Look at this. Let me shake this a little bit. Maybe it'll help. There we go. Alright. You can't do anything in this car without a fight. Come on, baby. That's it. Oh crap, one of them stays in there. Oh my lord. Oh yeah, this one is gonna be a fight. Alright, let me try get this thing off and I'll get back for you guys. So this is the injectors for port. So what I'm they are good. What I'm gonna do is clean them. I bought a few stuff from Amazon to clean those, a little machine. There's a process to clean them. So what I'm gonna do is take them off, clean the outside, and then I'll use that little device and clean the inside. It's a whole process. And these wires, they're, most of the connectors, they're bad, they snap, they broke. I don't wanna reuse them. But these wire harness from Lexus is about $45, so I'll buy 2 of them, and then whenever I'm ready to put this back on the car, I will put them with brand new wire harness. And this is the actual fuel injectors. They are bad, so I have to, as you guys know, I have to replace all 8 of them, and that's the one that got stuck. And then we'll move on from here. As for the car, now it's all about cleaning, so I'm going to clean everything. And these wire harness, the connectors, I'm going to buy these from Lexus and replace all the connectors. There's a way to do it. You have to break this one so you can install the new one. And I'm going to order the connectors for the NACS sensors, and I will buy all 4 NACS sensors as well. But the NACS sensors, you'll see that one when I do the valve plate leak. But I'll replace the connectors in this video. So for the cleaning, to clean here, I'm not gonna show that on the video, but I have a lot of work to do to here. I need a day especially to just come here and clean this thing properly. So as for me, I will stop for today, take a break, and then tomorrow or the day after I'll do the cleaning. But for you guys, it's just gonna be in a second. Like I said, if you're watching this video right now, I want to do everything in one video, and I don't even know when I will post this. So it might be August, it might be September, it might be October. All right, I'll see you in just a second. Just like that, it's about 1.5 months later, and as you can see here, this is the port injectors, and there's a lot of carbon built up in there. So we're gonna go from this right here looking like that to this right here looking all cleaned up and ready to go. Yes sir. And this is the product that I use to clean the injectors. I'll put the link for you guys, and I'm gonna use this device as well. This is to clean the inside of the injectors, and I will have to use a battery to make this work, so I'll show you guys how to do this, and I also have the link for this as well. Alrighty, let's take these off the bracket. Now these wires, I already bought the wire harness for this. I'll show you guys the part number later. The problem with these, they just break. Like right now, yep, it's already done. It breaks already. As you can see here, look at that. As soon as you touch these, they just break. Look at that again. Same thing. You just can't get a break from these. But these are cheap. They're about $40 from Lexus, so it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and clean those. Now these little O-rings, you also have to replace these as well. Do not use the same ones when you put this back on. This is pretty cheap from Lexus. I think 8 of them for like $5 or $4, something like that. So if you have to do this job, make sure you buy this, and I'll give you guys the part number as well. Now at first it took me a long time to clean one of these because the carbon buildup was bad. So what I did at first, I just spray this like this, like that, and then I grab a towel and trying to clean them. That one actually, as you can see, that one came off a little fast, but the rest of them I had to like wipe this for about 30 to 35 minutes to get it clean. Then I figured it takes too long to clean this one by one like this, like spray them and wipe it. So I grab a cup, I put these in here, and then I spray the cleaner in there. Now when you do this, make sure you wear mask. And then I fill it up to like right up there, and then I just soak everything in here for about 15 to 20 minutes. After that, it was a lot easier to clean. But if you're gonna spray these one by one and then wipe it with a towel, it's gonna take a long time. So the best way to do this is just put them in a cup or whatever, spray this, maybe let them fill up to here, and then let those injectors, let them sit in that cup for about 15 minutes like I said, and then take them out, spray them again, and then wipe them, and then you'll be fine. Alrighty guys, just like that, all of the port injectors are clean. As you can see here, they look pretty nice compared to what they used to look before. Man, this is clean. I don't know if the GoPro is showing it, but they are perfectly fine right now. And now I'm just gonna remove the old wire harness from this bracket. Take this off, pretty much just squeeze it, and you just press this right here, push it in. Same here. Come on buddy, push that in. And this head right there, you have, there's a little pin right in there. You lift that up and you pull this off just like that. And now I just have to clean this bracket, and then we'll move on to this part right here. So this is the device that I'm gonna use. I purchased this off Amazon, and I'll put the link for you guys. And this is all the tubes that it comes with different type of injectors, and this one right here is the best one for these. So the way you use this, you connect this to the battery, and then you're gonna pick one black wire and one red wire, and then you just plug it in here. Now it doesn't matter where you plug it, as long as one is positive and negative, it'll be fine. And then this one right there, for example, will go in here. Now it's gonna be hard to push this in, but if you have some O-ring lube, you can just put some around here and push that in there. And then this side right here, you will take this top off, and then you will insert this in here. While this is plugged in and you turn this on, you can put this in, I think it's up to 4, and then you got short, medium, and long, and then you press. I'll show you guys. You'll be able to clean the injectors. So this is our battery, negative and positive, and as you can see, this thing is already on. Now we can try to insert this in here. Let's do it like this, and yeah, maybe that way. Yeah, that looks good. That's good enough. And we're gonna grab one red one. Just gonna have to plug it in, and the black, just like that. Let's try this. There we go. Now you can hear it. So technically, you technically have to turn this on and then try press at the same time. Now sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it's just, it chose to mist and then spray everywhere. You just have to be careful. I'm gonna press at the same time and see, and make sure you hold this too, or else it'll just pop out. You see? First one. Finally, you can see it, but let me pause this real quick because it's still not doing it properly. So I finally got this thing to work. So this is what you have to do for all of them one by one. Now these aren't the perfect machine. Like a proper machine to clean injectors costs a lot of money. Obviously I'm not gonna buy a big machine like this to just do one job. So this is about 27 bucks on Amazon. It works. You just have to take your time. All right, so I got done cleaning all the injectors. So here's what I found. I found one of these, the little gasket book. I believe Lexus sell these. I believe so. If not, I'll just buy a new one of these. Well, I'm not gonna buy it bueno. These go bueno for about $180 at Lexus, but you can find them on eBay for very cheap. Now these I can buy them used because they sit right on top of the engine, so if one of them go bad I can replace them easily. But the direct injectors is the one that I will buy all brand new. For these, just one of them, and I don't think I need another one. It's just this little gasket that sit right on top of here, like this one. So for some reason half of them was missing. I don't know how, but it is what it is. When you working on old cars, stuff like that happen. And for the wire harness, I will install these when I'm ready to put these back in the car. I'll show you guys the part number, and these little O-rings I will replace them as well. Now this is the actual direct injectors, 8 of them. So as you guys know, I need all 8 of them. So it looks like I'm going to spend more money. I ordered one of them so far, just one, and I'll order 2 in a few weeks, and then I'll just order 2 and 1, 2 and 1 until I got all 8 of them. So what I find out is that there are 4 different type of injectors for these cars. Like, apparently there's 4 of them. There's Mark Black, which is this one right here, that's the driver side, and there's Mark Brown for the passenger side. Now all the passenger side is Mark Brown. As you can see, the little gasket right here, that's how you know it's Mark Brown. And on this side, this little gasket right here, that's how you know it's Mark Black. So there's Mark Yellow, Mark Green, Mark Black, Mark Brown. So apparently it says all of them fit, but this car come with Mark Black and Brown, so I'll buy Mark Black and Brown. But the Mark Black and Brown are more expensive, so the MSRP price are about $450, and the Mark Green and the Mark Yellow is $412. But if you buy them online from Lexus, you can pick it up at a tailor or just ship them to your house. The Mark Green and Mark Yellow is $320, and then the Mark Brown and the Mark Black are $350. I don't know why the black and the brown cost more, but according to Lexus, all 4 of them fits. But since this car come with Mark Black and Brown, I'll buy the black and browns, even though they're more expensive. I believe the green and the yellows are for the V6, and they also fit the V8. I think these also fit the V6. Don't because on Lexus website he says these work for IS350, GS, RC, LS, all of them. So I don't know why the brown and the black are $30 more than the yellow and green. It just doesn't make any sense for me. And I bought this whole wire harness as well from Japan. I will show you guys the part number later on the video. This one is about $350 in the US buy, but I bought it directly from Japan for $150. So I'll show you guys all these later on the video, but for now we just gonna take a break again because it's a long process. So this is how you remove the direct and port injectors from the LS460, GS460, and even the F cars is the same process. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. You take care.